Hey guys, so a while ago when I started this blog, I used to talk about things such as political issues or what's going on in my life or topic videos. And today I kind of wanted to do the topic of ADHD or behavioral disorders. I myself suffer from ADHD. I don't really say I suffer because I don't see it's that big of a problem. But I'm clinically dosed with ADHD. I was diagnosed when I was 9 years old. I think I was in grade 3 when I first found out I had it. And I didn't really know what happened, like what it meant, and none of my friends knew what it meant at that time, and my parents, as much as they tried to read up and do the literature, didn't really know what it meant. Apart from the fact that I have zero attention span most of the time. Unless it's something I'm really into, then I can find the strength to like push through it. I talk a lot, I'm really loud and boisterous, and most of the time I think that's just part of my personality. I actually wonder how much is my personality and how much is ADHD. But I just wanted to make this video because I feel like having ADHD now is some sort of like trend or ADD. People, like post on Facebook like, man, like I'm so like I can't even do this, like I'm so ADD right now, or like, man, sometimes I swear I'm like ADD, I can never focus. Like for some people it's like a joke and stuff, but like sometimes I'll be hearing that and I get really frustrated. I'm like, oh my god, when did it all of a sudden become popular to like not be able to focus and stuff? And sometimes I struggle with it and sometimes I don't. I really get aggravated when people tell me I talk too fast or I talk too much, because that's not something I can really control. Sure, like I could limit my ability of communicating, but part of my disorder is that I just feel this constant need to like talk and communicate and voice my opinion. And like my parents get frustrated sometimes because I come home and I'm like, how was your day? Like, what happened? Which, would seem like a normal response, but I'll get on their case somewhat of like, oh, I heard this today, I saw this today in the news, I did this today, I watched this on TV, like, and it's kind of too much at once and they get really frustrated with that. So I just wanted to let people who have this issue know that you're not alone. But the big issue of this video was I want to talk about why it's all of a sudden become popular to self-diagnose yourself with ADHD. It's not as serious as other personality disorders or like mental or behavioral disorders such as bipolarism, depression, or Tourette's. ADHD is pretty much the most easygoing out of all of them. I do find it kind of hard in school sometimes. I like can't listen in lectures a lot of the time unless I have taken medication. But it just aggravates me when people say stuff like, oh my god, you're so ADD, like calm down right now. It's like, first off, yes, I do have clinical ADHD. Second off, by you telling me that, it's not going to calm me down. It's just making me more angry. It really, like I said before, like I'll reiterate it again, I really do not like when people like tell me like, dude, you're so like fucking loud. Do you know how loud you are? Like, I don't have the ability to hear myself when I talk because I'm just blurting it out, that I have no idea how loud I'm being. I have no idea what my voice levels are. And I kind of find people are insensitive about that a little bit. I think there needs to be like a little more sensitivity to people, especially youth that are diagnosed with ADHD, because I found a lot of the time at school it could lead to like social awkwardness. Just like sometimes I like didn't know how to react when people would say stuff like that to me. You have to like kind of understand that people don't know, or like I don't walk up to every person I meet like, hi, my name's Katie Baxter, I have ADHD. Like, that's not how it works. But sometimes if somebody's like, you talk so much, I'll be like, yes, actually I do. I have a clinical disorder that enhances that personality quirk. Like, I'm not going to apologize because it's something I can't control. And then normally they're taken back by that and they're like, oh, okay, like I understand, sorry. But a lot of the time people are just idiots. Like, I was at work the other day and this girl was like fidgeting and she wasn't stopping. And she was like, man, I had like 2 cups of coffee. Like, I swear to God, sometimes I'm like so ADD. And I looked at her and I was like, oh, like, were you diagnosed? And she's like, no, I just totally think I am. And I was like, okay. great, because here I am actually on the other side of the spectrum with the clinical disorder that she's claiming to have. And I wish I could make it go away sometimes. I can't always sleep at night because when my medication wears off and I'm laying down, in my head I'm running constant scenarios and thinking about things and thinking about problems and thinking about issues and topics and conversations. Like, I'm having an inner dialogue that never stops. Sometimes my friends, like, and this I'm comfortable with because they know, and I know they're joking and they know I'm joking, but they'll, like, play word association games in the car. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, Katie, here's the word, where do you go in 10 minutes with that? Like, so sometimes my friends will be like, think about trains, and then literally within 20 seconds I've thought of 100 different, like, associations to that one word, which is really funny. But like I said, it, like, stops me from sleeping at night, because as soon as I wake up, I try to fall back asleep. I'm thinking about 1,000 things. Like, how my brain works is, like, right now I can see my bookshelf. I think, okay, like, this is a lot slower because I'm walking you through it, but I think, bookshelf, oh, my bookshelf has tea on it. Man, I really enjoy tea. Did I leave some downstairs in the cupboard? Man, Dad's going to be pissed if I, like, take up all the cupboard space with tea. I should probably move that. Moving, I really want to rearrange my room, but do I have the time for that? And, like, oh, then I got to clean my room. Oh, I forgot to do this. Like, it's really, really fast, like, always going. Like, in my head right now, I'm thinking about, like, 30 different things, and I can't get that all out at one time. But another thing that comes along with this disorder is I constantly forget stuff. So my friends, I'll often tell them a story more than once. I'll be like, hey, like, one time this happened, and they'll be like, yeah, you kind of told us that before. My friends are getting really good at dealing with it now. They just kind of laugh and be like, oh man, that's cool. Whereas, like, when you're in a social situation with people you don't really know that well, and you're like, you say the same thing twice that you've said before, and they go, yeah, man, you told us that already. And there's kind of like a negative response there. That's when I feel uncomfortable and I notice that I'm different than everybody else. Apart from it, like, I lead a really normal life. Like, I don't consider myself with a disability. My university, when I was applying for my undergraduate, classified ADHD as a disability and asked me if I had one, and I said I don't, because I don't feel like it affects my life a lot of the time. Sometimes, like, I've been off my medication for a while. I can't get work done. I don't have the attention span to sit down and, like, process my thoughts. But I wouldn't consider it a disability, such as, like, you know, dyslexia or any other learning disability. Like, I don't see it that way. Yeah, I have a bit of gaps where, like, before I was diagnosed in elementary, I missed a lot of stuff during math because I just couldn't pay attention. I couldn't focus. So sometimes I'm a little slower at doing things, but I am a good standing student. I'm in my second year of university, so I don't feel like anybody should feel like ADHD is going to limit them or hold them back. If anybody out there has ADHD and would like to tell me their story, or message me or tweet me or Tumblr me or private message me, like, about their experiences, I really want to know, because I want to know how other people deal with the problems that I have. But that was pretty much it. My video. I might do more videos like this of topic conversations instead of just, like, I did a beauty haul. So yeah, hope you guys have a great evening.